Hi everyone. I'm Ellie from Nourishment Redacted, and welcome to Lioness Lifestyle Live.
And I am Cristie with Meeting Wellness. We're so excited to meet with you this evening. Thank you all for joining us.
And I'm Hayley from MeatisWhereItsAt. Get those questions ready for our guest by putting a QQQ in front of your question or 3 question marks.
And you know what time it is? It is the time for the Roar of the Week. So if you don't know what that is, if you are new here, every week what happens is our wonderful viewers that watch us on the replay leave us comments down below, or even if you catch us live, go in there after the show, leave us a comment, and I will hunt through them. I hunt through all 3 channels. And then I find one to shout out. So here is this week's Roar of the Week from Michael Joseph. I'm watching our live stream on replay. Informative, inspiring, and uplifting as usual. Thank you all. Thank you, Michael Joseph.
Yes, that was so nice.
An amazing Roar of the Week.
What a nice compliment. Well, let's give a big welcome to our guest for the evening, Grace from the Grace Lifts and Eats Meat YouTube channel. Hey!
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. You guys, there's a cat on the screen and it's not Pixel. Sorry, Ellie. I know it was your turn, but oh my gosh, what a cute cat, Grace. I'm the cat person. I'm the cat person here. I had to point that out.
What's your cat's name, Grace?
This one is Bartholomew.
Hello, Bartholomew. Welcome to Lioness Lifestyle Live. You'll fit right in.
There's like 2 other kittens running around here somewhere.
Oh, I hope I get to see them.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, Grace, we're so excited to have you on the show and meet with you today. Could you please tell us about yourself, your health journey, and how you found the carnivore diet? We'd love to know all those juicy details, please.
Well, it started, I just randomly saw some videos on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I know like steak's good for you. I know that, but you have to eat vegetables, right? So eventually I learned about all the cross reactions from environmental allergies and food. And I'm like, what if I put no toxins on my body and didn't eat anything that could possibly cross react with any of my many allergies? Maybe I'd like stop being itchy. So I just gave it a try. I just learned about a lot of different people with their allergies getting better. Like I'm allergic to dogs and cats, and I have dogs and cats, and I'm allergic to trees and grass, I guess. So I just jumped all in and gave it a go. And it's been about 7 months now.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And that's about the time. Was that June or July? June, right?
It was July.
July. Yeah. Okay.
I'm on month
I started July 7th. So we're like on the same time frame. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like so many people are finding it around that time for some reason. And I'm curious if like YouTube just like pushed all these videos out at once with that hashtag or something. Because even, Cristie and Ellie around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have. I mean, I'd seen a couple videos before, but I started like actually like reading the books. Like I read Sean Baker's book, and then Paul Saladino's book, and then Sally Norton, like a whole list of books, you know?
Yeah.
Like I have a whole stack, but no one else wants to read them.
I feel that.
Send them to me because I just don't want to, like, I don't have the money to buy them, but I would love to read them. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'll send you
a library.
Yes, a carnivore library. So people are talking about like carnivore dating service, you know, like carnivore dating site. I'm like, well, I don't need that, but I could use a carnivore library.
Who mentioned that? That's genius. A carnivore dating site.
Oh, I've heard it mentioned a couple of times on Carnivore Soldier's channel because he's single and he always talks about dating.
I think Kayla Peterson said something about a keto.
That's so funny.
She said she might start one. Yeah.
My kids have mentioned that. They're like, they're little, 8 and 6, but we watch like these cute Barbie movies and they're always getting married at the end. And they're like, when we get married, we have to make sure that he's carnivore and eats meat. And I'm like, yep.
Wow.
My grandbabies better be healthy babies.
Yeah, I had my steakitarian shirt on.
Yes, that's so cute.
That's a great shirt.
So could you let us know which YouTubers or which videos at the very, very beginning were the ones that really inspired you to give it a go?
I know I watched a lot of Sean Baker, Chafee, Paul Saladino, and Steak and Butter Gal a lot at the beginning. And then
Nice.
Lily, Kane.
Yeah,
Ken
those are all
Berry,
really
Judy
good. Oh, Ken
Cho.
Berry.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of them.
Yes, mine was Ken Berry, and I think Judy Cho was one that I really got into at the beginning as well. And yeah, that's awesome. To anyone who's new, those are all good resources. Paul Saladino, Chafee, what were the other ones? Ken Berry, Steak and
Ken
Butter
Berry.
Gal. Yep. So if you're just tuning in to this kind of idea and this lifestyle, go give those a watch for sure.
Yeah, super good. So have you noticed any benefits? So I don't. You listed a lot of allergies, girl. If I had those allergies, that would be upsetting. I did notice in my 30s when I started to go to the eye doctor, because I've had these since I was 14. In my 30s, I would go to the eye doctor and he'd be like, "You got some allergies, girl." And I'd be like, "What are you talking about? I don't have any symptoms." And he's like, "I could see it inside your eyelids. It's all inflamed in there and you've got allergies." And then after a few years of him like telling me that, I started getting like allergy symptoms like in my late 30s for the first time in my life. So like runny nose, like drippy in the back of my throat, just really annoying. And I would use those like allergy, like the sprays that you spray in your nose, and it would take care of it. I mean, to some extent. But I haven't used an allergy spray in probably 3 or 4 months, and I don't have those symptoms anymore. So I'm curious when I go to my eye doctor for my next exam, I'll be like, "Hey doc, do you still see those allergies in my eyes that you used to always tell me I have?" I'm going to ask that. So I feel like it's helped me, but my allergies are nowhere near like what you just said. Like you're allergic to like earth, like, grass trees, animals, like things that just exist on our planet.
Yep. It's a lot of them.
Yeah. Have you noticed improvements? I mean, less itching.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot less itchy. I basically started making all my own skincare. So I started basically all my own tallow skincare. I have some of the tallow cream.
Oh, nice.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
that's
We're definitely all
awesome.
interested in that.
Yes.
You want to tell us about
Mhm.
that, please? We need the info.
Well, I used to make lotion, but I was never confident enough to sell it until I discovered tallow, and I'm like, this is the best ever. So I started making, I only use like my soap, my lotion. I think I use like Curology for my acne, but I like don't need a pill for my acne. I don't need my allergy pill anymore. I still have allergies, but they're a lot better. But yeah, I just use the tallow soap and like lotion. And I made like a moisturizing stick. There's another cat.
Oh.
This is the 11-year-old.
Aw.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so I made like a lotion stick too because I weightlift and I don't want it like all over my hands, so I can just do it on the top of my hands.
Mm.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
you just
ooh.
put that on your lips like a lip balm. So
Yeah.
this is amazing. So do you
Elbows.
like sell? Do you have like a little marketplace where you sell these things?
Yep, it's Graceful Tallow. I don't know if you can see this.
Graceful tallow. Okay.
Is it on Etsy or you have your own site?
It's on Etsy. I didn't start my
Oh.
own site yet, and I have like some of it on eBay, but like Etsy has like all the products.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get your link up and we'll share it with everybody. So I'll do that.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
Ellie,
you.
because that's something I'm interested in. I feel like, Grace, tell me if this was true for you, but I feel like when people go carnivore, they start with that and then they have these like health benefits, and then they're like, what other ways can I get healthy? And I feel like a big one for a lot of people is like exercise. But then after that, then it's like all the stuff you put on your body, like the stuff you just mentioned, lip balm, lotion, all this, shampoo, stuff like that. And a lot of us start switching over, to some healthier things. I know for you, it was like for allergy reasons too.
Yeah, that was the main reason because I was just like, I'm sick of being itchy because even the fragrance-free products have chemicals in them, or like fragrance-free detergent like is banned in New York. So I was like, I just make everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm interested in finding some good clean products that I can start switching out my other ones that I know are probably toxic.
Yeah, I threw out a lot, and like some of them I like kept using just to use them up, but a lot of them I just like threw out. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned lifting. Can you tell us more about that? Were you lifting before you were carnivore?
Yeah, I was, but I started. Yeah, I was lifting before my second powerlifting competition. I had been carnivore a month, so that was interesting. So I was still adapting. So I was getting
Oh.
like headaches at a competition, like, and I had to go bench press, and I'm just like putting a hydration packet right in my mouth with water because I'm like, I don't have time to put it in a half a gallon jug. So that was a crazy day, but it worked out.
Yeah, that's insane. I haven't lifted or anything. I need to like get on that one, but I still feel like I'm trying to heal like the energy and the sleep too. And you had mentioned the sleep, that you have better sleep, and I'm wondering, first of all, have you always had poor sleep? And after you started carnivore, did you experience the dreaded insomnia during your transition like a lot of people do?
I had no issues like transitioning with sleep, praise God, because I don't do good without sleep. I just think I sleep like a little bit better, like I can get back to sleep. But like, I mean, I had sleeping issues a long time to the point where I was just like, I'm still on a sleep medication, but I've been on it so long that they say it shouldn't work anymore, but I still take it. I don't know.
Yeah. Old habits die hard. Yes.
But I can get back to sleep, I think, better now, which is useful. Oh, another cat. Throw
Oh.
one more out here somewhere.
Oh, I love it.
Crystal will pop in at some point. I'm sure she will. She has to make her cameo appearance.
Yes.
This is her show after all.
Yeah.
It is her. She thinks it is
It is.
anyway.
This is her show.
So, Grace, did you notice a difference? Sorry, Hayley, I know you went on another topic, but I'm
No,
curious
you're fine. You're
because
fine.
you started lifting before carnivore and then like through your transition, and now I'm assuming you're fully adapted to this way of eating. Have you noticed a difference? Like, are you able to lift heavier? Are you able to gain more muscle? Or what is that like compared to like before and then now?
I don't notice like a huge difference. At first, I had like more energy overall, but not when I was lifting, which is kind of hard to explain. Like, I mean, I had like more energy, but when I was lifting, is definitely an adjustment. If you're trying to max out without it, you have to like really adapt, because at first I was like weaker. So like after a month, I wasn't weaker.
Yeah.
But I
Sounds
haven't
like
really
you were.
noticed a ton of muscle gain, maybe like a couple pounds. But I'm small, so a couple pounds is a lot.
Yeah, you look like a couple pounds would be a pretty good percentage of your overall body weight. Like, I'd be happy with a couple pounds of extra muscle for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as long as it's like on my legs. It's still there.
Leg day all day.
Yes.
That's where I need it.
So what does your workout routine look like? How many days a week do you lift? What do you do? Like, how many rest days do you take?
I only rest on Sunday, so I work out 6 days a week.
Oh wow, you're dedicated.
Wow,
That's
6
great.
days a week.
Yeah, I
So-
don't really know what to do. Like, if I don't work out, I just feel like, what am I, sick and dying or something? Like, that's like when I don't work out, is like I'm too hurt, or I'm like so sick I can't get out of bed.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like it's really been integrated into your life before carnivore and continuing on. So you've been able to maintain your energy and still be able to do that. That's great, because I feel like a lot of people, they say that they don't want to do carnivore because they're like, oh, I need carbs in order to sustain a workout. Do you think that's BS? I think it's BS.
Yeah, it's definitely not true. I mean, you get some benefits. Like, I mean, you have to adapt. It took me like a month to adapt my energy, or a little less than a month. But I mean, you could always just take caffeine if you really needed like a boost without carbs. So you just get used to it. My last competition, I was like sick that whole day. and still did the whole competition because I was like, I already paid for this. I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
And well, I was oxalate dumping. It wasn't like an actual cold.
Mm.
Like I know it was oxalate dumping because it happened every 2 weeks for 24 hours. Like it wouldn't be longer. Maybe
Yeah.
30 some hours max, but it would not be longer. So I'm like, that is not a cold. Like there's no way. That's some type of allergy or I'm oxalate dumping.
Yeah. So were those so every 2 weeks, when did that stop happening or do you still experience that?
It's pretty much gone because I was just like doing castor oil packs, some Epsom salt baths, and I did charcoal for a little while, and then I was taking electrolytes, and then I was taking calcium citrate with it because I think it's Elliot Overton. He's an expert on oxalates on YouTube. That he said take those if you're like dumping, or you can take a little bit of black pepper or something to slow it down.
So
Gotcha.
So after I did that, it stopped. For the most
Okay. What symptoms of oxalate dumping did you notice? I'm just curious. I know I got a couple rashes on my chest that were super random that I never had before I went carnivore. And it happened maybe 3 times, throughout the last, since I started in June, and I haven't had any for a while. And I'm just wondering if maybe that was oxalate dumping. I've never, like I said, I never had them before. It was like these red bumps on my chest that were kind of itchy. They would stay there for 2 or 3 days and go away. And I'm thinking that's probably what that was. What symptoms did you notice?
Mine was mostly like nasal, like sneezing, runny nose. It was like I had a cold or allergies, but like literally if I got sick, I'm like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be fine. Like I knew it was just going to go away. The last time I had it, it was because I like ate some junk food. I like cheated on my diet, had some junk food. And I know it was the junk food because like as I was eating it, my nose was like starting to run. So that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, not worth it. So it sounds like your body's really like sensitive and it will talk to you quickly, huh?
Yeah, I think even just adding in eggs and butter again, I'm like getting a little bit itchy, but I can't tell if that's why because I'm also allergic to my animals. Like my dog over there can give me hives.
Wow.
So who
So
knows?
so I heard you say again, and I'm thinking that's because I saw a video on your channel that you tried the lion diet for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
Is
that
that what you
definitely
mean?
helped.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've been adding stuff back in.
tell us about your attempt at the lion diet, what you ate while you were on it, how that went.
So I did it for, I think I made it about 18 days. I was really missing cheese.
Mm.
Can relate.
That was the hardest part. So my husband and I bought like a fourth of a grass-fed cow. So I also did the grass-fed, which I think really helped with the inflammation. Because, yeah, after I did that and was detoxing and doing all these things to detox with the oxalates, yeah, I just stopped getting these colds. I mostly just ate beef. I finished off the deer that I shot. That's gone. We ate all that already. And I had a little bit of lamb, salt. I still had seltzer water. But yeah, that was about it.
Fine.
It was pretty fairly strict.
So what inspired you to do something so strict? Like I personally have not tried lion. I know Ellie and Hayley both have tried lion. I'm like, I don't feel the need to go that strict at this point. I think if I did, it'd have to be a super fatty version of lion, but I just haven't ever jumped in. So I'm always curious when somebody jumps into that, like what inspired them to try it?
I was still like a little itchy. Like sometimes my back will get itchy, or sometimes my feet will get itchy. But I had Raynaud's disease, which is like my feet would get cold. But how I figured out I had Raynaud's is my feet were itchy, and I went to the doctor, and they're like, "No, you don't have athlete's foot." So sometimes with just temperature changes, it makes my feet itch. It's weird. And then also, like, carnivore is making my Raynaud's go away. So maybe that could just make it itch.
Right.
So
Am I the only one? Sorry, I was just going to ask. Am I the only one who doesn't know what Raynaud's disease is? Could you tell me a little bit more about that, please?
It's basically right when it gets to my toes, the circulation stops. So when it's cold, they're just like really cold. Like I have to wear like 3 or 6 pairs of socks in the winter, and now I wear like 1 or 2 pairs.
Oh, that's great.
So
So
do
it's
the doctors
circulation.
know what causes that? Like, what is their opinion? What is your opinion about what causes that?
Like smoking, stress. What else messes with it? ADHD medication. I mean, anything that can mess with circulation, I guess.
Okay.
So bad
But
food.
yeah. Well, in Sally Norton's book, she said oxalates can cause Raynaud's disease.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's a book I definitely want to check out. So you were saying that your ADHD medication can affect it, and you wrote to us saying that your ADHD has improved. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was kind of like, how do you describe it? Almost, I don't know if this is the right word, euphoric when I first went carnivore. Like my mind, everything was so much clearer. I'm like, I've been lied to my whole life. And even like when I was driving, I'm like, everything just looks clear. Like, I don't know. It was weird. I still don't have that feeling. I wish I still did, but I don't know. It's an eye-opening thing though, for sure. My mind has just been clear. I've been able to go down on ADHD medicine because I just don't really think I need it. And I've been on it so long, I don't really even know if it works anymore anyways. So it's kind of like a weird thing. And I also just had like a better mood and like more energy. Although now I added back in caffeine because I don't know. It's just hard not to have caffeine.
Yeah, that's true.
I've cut down on my caffeine. I found a good decaf coffee that I like, and I'm using that as, what do they call it, a bridge or whatever. I still drink a cup of regular in the morning, but then everything else I have throughout the day is just decaf, and I am right now good with that. I do actually feel better. I almost feel like a little more energy because I know I was overdoing it just because I enjoy the coffee experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, just taking that out, and it's a Swiss water processed decaf, so it's healthier for you and all of that. Because they don't use all the chemicals to decaffeinate it. But
coffee.
Yeah. So I do feel better actually since doing that. I don't know when or if I will cut out that last, regular cup in the morning. I don't know if or when I'll do that, but I don't. Sometimes I'm the make a big sweeping change person, and then sometimes like with my coffee, that's just part of my life that I enjoy, and I'm just not like 100% ready to give it up. So I just enjoy drinking it, mostly a different way. But yeah, I find that like I haven't had any headaches going from like, I don't even know, 4 or 5 cups to 1 basically, and then the rest decaf. So I'm feeling pretty good by doing that. Actually, I'm happy that I did it, and I still get to have the flavor that I enjoy.
Yeah, I had more energy when I cut out the energy drinks, but now I added them back in. I don't know why, they just taste so good.
we all have our little vice, right? And we got to live our life too and enjoy it and have our treats. And it's real life, and those perfectionists out there kind of make all of us look bad, but we're just real people. We're the real people out there.
Right. Well, I didn't want any like sugar or artificial sugar because then it just makes you crave more and more.
Yeah.
So that's why I like really didn't want to do any of that. This cat's hissing.
It's on theme. It's okay.
That's
So
true.
Lisa said I used to use ADHD meds, and now I feel the same. I don't need them. I also know Dr. Barry, he had pretty severe ADHD as a child and like all through medical school and everything. And he said that he now doesn't need that either. So for those of you, I have 2 of my children, I think, They haven't been officially diagnosed because we have this thing. I wish I'd made my tinfoil hat. I'll have it next time, guys.
Go, Ellie. Ellie's got it. Ellie's got it.
Tinfoil hat. I know. I'm gonna
Yes,
put
you
it on
need
my
the
head.
actual hat. I know. But she's got the banner.
Yay, yes. But
I'm on it.
I do think that like the food that we're eating and with the stuff that they put in the food and the stuff they spray on the food that we eat, it's all part of that, making us clouded in our brains, clouded in our, ability to see the world for what it is. We're all just kind of, I don't know, foggy in there. And like Grace said, where did Mike? Oh, I'm just going to put this up here. Grace took the red pill. When he said that, I was like, yes, meat is like that red pill that we all take, and we can see what's going on. And now we can't go back. So,
no.
Yeah, I don't think I can ever just go back to normal because I just see everything as like poison.
Yes. I
Here
absolutely
you go,
agree.
Haley. You'd be invited to this because Gail said she should start a tinfoil hat party for all my friends.
That'll be my birthday theme this year.
That's your birthday party. It'll be a tinfoil hat birthday.
I want to come.
Yes, Ellie.
I'll be there. I'm not generally a tinfoil hat person, but I'll wear one for your birthday, Haley.
Yes, please.
That would make me so happy.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone should have a different shape tinfoil hat. Top hat, crown.
We need a duck for Rick. I don't think Rick's here, but if Rick comes, he needs a duck. That would be awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, we're totally off
Scovy ducks?
Yes, he does. And the Scovy ducks are his thing. Yeah.
Yep, I have those too.
Really? Are you in Florida?
No, I'm in Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. So they're all the way up there and in Florida. Okay. So because he's in Florida, that's why I asked. I'm not a duck. I don't know a lot about ducks, but
they're just the quieter ducks. So they're nice.
All right. Well, Rick wasn't here. We did duck talk for like 3 minutes and Rick missed it. I'm going to have to tell him. We have a lot of cool people here saying hello. So I just want to recognize all of them. So hi, BK. Welcome. And BK is watching from their night job. I love that, BK. Thank you for doing that. Renee is here. Hi, Renee. Always nice to see you. We've got Susie in the chat saying hi, all. INFP Gamer says hello.
Hello.
And Bruce is coming in saying howdy, folks.
Hi, Bruce.
We've got Dark Carnivore Charlie saying good evening. And everyone's favorite carnivorous grandma, Robin. Hi, Lionesses.
Hi,
Robin, let us know in the chat how your lion is going. She's lion for the month of February, you guys. Oh my gosh, she's like halfway through.
Ooh, yes.
So I'm like dying to know, and I'm hoping you're gonna make a video about it, Robin, because I'm gonna watch that. Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
I hope your teaching day was amazing. Mine wasn't, so I hope yours was. Susie chiming in about the tallow. So I now use tallow as a skin moisturizer and it's effective. Haley, isn't that what you do too?
Yeah, I just put the tallow on my face at night and then put a little layer, everyone's going to come at me, but it's Vaseline as like the layer underneath. So it sinks into my skin at night. And I've had 0 issues with my skin since I started doing that. So, and then I do sometimes get like an oxalate dumping rash on my chest, and that helps clear it up really fast too. And Garrett has eczema. Everybody knows that if you follow our channel, and that seems to help him a ton as well.
That's awesome. I need to jump in and try it. I have acne prone skin, so I think that's what I'm nervous about. So maybe like during summer vacation, right? Because then if I break out, I'm just on summer vacation and who cares?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I just use pure grass-fed tallow. I don't use the stuff mixed with like olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just make my own because I don't want it mixed with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good tip. I'm going to have to try it. I know. Don't you just put, Haley, the Chicago packing company? Don't you just use that whipped tallow? Just that you buy on Amazon? Because I buy that too.
Yeah. And it doesn't, if you use like your own rendered beef tallow, it can smell a little funky unless you put like essential oils, which I try to avoid those too. But this one is like, it's smoother and it doesn't smell as intense like steak, on your skin. Yeah. But I really like that one. It seems to work really well. And I've also used our own rendered beef tallow. So
Yeah,
that's
if I make a
awesome.
certain kind, it'll smell like beef, but I have like a different way.
Oh,
I do it and
yeah.
it smells like nothing.
Oh,
Mm.
That's
nice.
My
good.
husband likes the one that smells like nothing, or I'll like put fragrance in his, but I just put the one that smells like nothing, or like beef on my face. I don't mind smelling like
Just
beef.
get a
You're-
ribeye and rub it on your face.
Well, it needs to be rendered and purified, or you
Yes,
could pick
yes.
out.
Do your
Don't
cats
listen
and
to me,
dogs
guys.
do your cats and dogs like you better, Grace, when you have beefy smelling tallow on your face? Do they like lick your face?
Oh yeah,
Doggo.
It's so cute.
this one does.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hilarious. That's so
hi,
cute.
puppy.
Okay, so Marvin Maley is saying hello from East Texas. And then Mike
Hey.
says, I swear we're
Hi.
all having a beer at Cheers because everybody knows your name, right, Mike? Everyone's saying hello. Everybody knows your name. Gail says Renaud's is autoimmune. So yeah, I need to look that up. I never heard of that till right now, I don't think.
Well, it's a
and then
circulation issue.
it's a circulation issue. Yeah, I learned something new. Aid is saying I've been clean carnivore for 13 months and had many benefits, but I have had gout from oxalate dumping, and this included itchy ankles. That does not sound fun. I have not been able to walk for 5 days in the last 2 months. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. With between the gout, I've heard gout pain is excruciating. So I'm sorry about that, and I hope your oxalates finish dumping and you can get over that.
Yeah, definitely take electrolytes and calcium citrate because it binds to oxalates.
Oh, okay.
I just
I'm
make my
learning
own
something.
like I make my own electrolyte powder because I don't want a bunch of fake sugar. Unless I'm having a ghost energy drink, then I'm just addicted, apparently.
I like that. I like hearing that people have their little things.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
mean,
sweet.
it's okay.
I had to put this up here, Ellie,
know.
because A, because it's such a nice compliment, but B, because I totally agree. So Lisa Marie says, Ellie, I watch every one of your videos and absolutely love them. So
Oh, that's
yes.
nice.
It's so nice. Thank you so much. Like comments like that, especially on a hard day like today was, I'm not gonna lie. They really help me keep going and keep spreading the message because the truth has to come out. And I want everyone to be unredacted. There's my
Yeah.
tinfoil hat. Everyone's redacted. You have to be unredacted.
We need everyone with
Oh
the
my
red
gosh.
pill. Everyone needs the red pill.
Open your eyes.
So
all these people with
Okay.
Renaud's, you guys. Susie says,
Yeah.
my Renaud's rarely acts up anymore, but my hands would get cold and waxy looking,
Oh.
sometimes bluish. Then they'd get flaming and red and burn. Huh.
Oh no.
I wonder if that's something my sister has. She has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and her hand, like she has circulation issues also, and her hands will get like super hot, or her feet will also. Maybe she has Renaud's, and I just wasn't paying attention.
Oh
Sorry,
no.
sister. Sorry, girl.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm wondering if I have it because sometimes if I sit in a certain position, like I'll notice my toes will get a little like bluish, like as if I'm not getting circulation down there. So it doesn't happen like if I'm standing up or walking around or sitting with my feet up, but if I'm sitting with my legs like flat on a chair, it I feel like it pinches off the circulation to my toes, and I'll notice that. And I'm like, well, that doesn't look right. But they don't feel numb or tingly. And then I move around and it's like the circulation goes back there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? I think she does have it.
Yeah,
I just realized I think she does.
So
I'm gonna have to
Grace,
look into
there's
it.
a comment here from Melissa. Do you all think it's helpful to track macros for weight loss? Keep track of fat and protein. I need to lose 35 pounds. Do you have experience tracking macros, or what would your advice be for someone who's kind of in this position?
I mean, it's helpful, but it can become problematic. Like because I would just like do it too much and then start weighing everything. So it's good to do like every once in a while, but I don't think we should live our entire lives with tracking everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can do it for like a couple weeks or a month and then try intuitive eating and then go back to it. I just don't think it's good to track every single thing for like months and months and months and months.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree. So if you're thinking about tracking your macros and you have that goal of 35 pounds, I'd love to know, if the 35 pounds is like your pre-high school weight, or you know what I mean, like high school or pre-adult weight. So I wouldn't put a label on it, like the number for your pounds. I would just start tracking measurements and how you feel. And I know that's so hard. It's so annoying when people say that. And like I would search, and ask questions, and that's what the answer I would get too. And really it's the best answer. Just try to figure out how you feel. Like Grace was saying, she had ADHD, she had trouble going back to sleep sometimes, and the ringing in your ears that you mentioned in the email. So whatever symptoms you have, Melissa, try it out and just see if any of those things get better before you put the number on your pounds lost, I guess I should say.
I do like body measurements or something.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll feel like I'm getting fat, and I'll just take the like a skin fold thing. I'll be like, okay, my stomach's fine, so who cares?
Yeah. Let's see. And then same person. Do you mind if I put this up real quick?
Put it up.
How
there,
is Lion diet different from the carnivore diet? I have so much to learn. Yay, that's good. That's why we're here.
Melissa, we're so happy to have you. It makes me so happy that like I feel like I can pay it forward because I've been in this since June, and I've just like been to like, Dr. Barry University and like Dr. Casey and Dr. Hampton and just all the regular people like us doing this. And so Melissa, welcome, and we are happy to, help you out. So I don't want to like just take over here, but the carnivore diet is, in my opinion, although other people's may differ, just basically eating animal products, and it's going to be mainly meat, but it's like any meat you like, if it's beef, if it's chicken, if it's pork, right? And then also other animal products like eggs. And then I do think that dairy can be included, but you have to be very careful with dairy. A lot of people do have problems with dairy. It can be a little inflammatory. It can cause some weight gain for people. It can be a little bit bingeable. And by dairy, I mean you want to like you want to not do anything less than like a heavy cream, because there's going to start to be more and more carbs, even in like a whole milk or a half and half. The carb count is going to start going up. So like heavy cream, cheese, things like that. I think all of that is included in a carnivore diet, although I know other people disagree, and other people will say, no, carnivore diet is meat, salt, water. So it kind of depends on, I guess, you and what you feel should be included. And then I'm going to let someone else take Lion diet or say your opinion about carnivore diet, so that someone else can help answer Melissa here.
Yeah, Grace, do you have input on the Lion diet and its difference with the carnivore diet?
It's just really good for autoimmune issues. Like if you have a lot of allergies, like carnivore is an elimination diet, but like Lion diet's the ultimate elimination diet because it actually does eliminate everything. It's just like ruminant animals, deer, goat. Never had goat, and like beef.
Yeah, absolutely. And because Melissa is new here, we have a good piece of advice. This is something that I don't think a lot of people like take into consideration unless you see like a specific Dr. Barry video, which I did at one point, but don't consume low fat anything. Don't ever consume anything low fat, because you're replacing your carbs, the energy source you're currently using, to fat. So the fat will then be your energy source. So low fat is it's just no good. That we want higher fat in just about everything that you eat. And there can be little symptoms, right? Like diarrhea when you're trying to become fat adapted, that can be concerning. Here's the poop talk. Here we go. But
I almost put a comment about poop talk as the roar of the week, Hayley. I almost did it because I was like, it's gonna make Hayley smile if I do it.
Yes.
I didn't do it.
I need to make a banner.
So close. Okay,
I'm making a
I did not mean to
banner.
interrupt you, but yeah, I almost
No,
did
it's fine. I just, when you're new, these things can be kind of discouraging. Like you think, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me because I have diarrhea for 5 weeks. Like that's what I had. And I thought there was something wrong with me. So because you're new, and I appreciate our general community coming in and saying, hey, by the way, here's these little notes that they're really important to remember when you're just starting out. There's Robin put up the hashtag poop talk. So, but yeah, anyway, just so you know, that's really important. Okay, so really quick, Grace, I had a question and I don't want to forget about it. You mentioned fibrocystic breast pain and lumps. And I really wanted to dig into what this experience is because I don't think I have any information yet about what that story was and how you're doing now.
Yeah, I had like just lumps in my breast that were painful, but they don't stay all month. So obviously not cancer. They just come out like after, like before my period, they would come up and be painful for like a week or two. I still have one that's kind of there, but they've gotten way better because it used to just hurt to just hug somebody.
Oh,
So
wow.
now it's just like a little bit irritating before my period, but then it goes away when my period starts. So it's like a hormonal issue because of all the garbage they put in our food, and our skincare just messes up our hormones.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's I didn't know what that was. So I just learned something.
So I'll
Crazy.
speak to that a little bit. I don't think I have. Okay, so I have fibrous tissue, and it does sometimes get painful, and I've experienced that where you hug someone and it's painful. It's not lumps that I notice like coming and going. But it's very dense fibrous tissue, and there are certain times where it's like, yeah, they're just like it does hurt for certain parts of the month. And yes, when you're hugging someone or like when you move around, you could it just kind of aches in there. It doesn't happen as much as it used to, and I wasn't sure if that was a diet change or a hormonal change due to the fact that I'm 48 now. So we'll see. But yeah, I experienced something similar, Grace, and it's really not too fun.
Yeah, but I mean, I could have gotten a scan, but I'm like, I know it's hormonal because it only happens at a certain time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you get that scan, Grace, because I turned 40 before I went carnivore, and after watching, I forget if it was Dr. Barry or somebody's, I think it was Dr. Barry's video on mammograms. I'm not sure that I'm going to be getting them every year anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't think I want one of those.
Yeah, but I started because when you're 40, they send you, right? When you turn, and I'm 48, right? So when you're 40, they send you, and I didn't have all this information until just a few months ago, and so I've been for a few. So then what happens is they tell you, like the first one or two I had, they're like, you have very dense tissue, so we need to do like a more detailed scan so we could see everything, because the regular mammogram, even like the 3D one, can't see everything. And then so it scares the heck out of you. It's like you got to come back for another scan, and then we'll see, because we see stuff but we're not sure. And fortunately for me, unlike Dr. Barry's video, because he gives an example of another woman who had a different experience than this, but each time I had to go in for that more detailed scan, it came back fine. So they didn't call me back for more, but like he gave an example of like, then they go for that scan, and then it's like, well, now we need to biopsy this because we're just not sure. And then so she goes through months of this high cortisol because you're stressed out thinking you might have breast cancer. For what? To find out that it's actually nothing. All because of this initial mammogram, the dense tissue. Then you go for the second scan. They might have found something. The medical system and how it takes time. Like these things take time, and your thoughts are going. So even in the few weeks that it took between my initial scan and my second scan, it was nerve-wracking even the second time. So like, even though I had done it before and I was pretty sure it was going to turn out fine, but maybe this time it's not fine, right? And then you get all of these thoughts. And so he kind of, I don't know if he recommended is a strong word, but he suggested that perhaps we don't need these things as screening tools as much as like, if you have a symptom, please do go get a mammogram. But if you don't have a symptom, maybe don't do it. Like that's kind of what I got out of that video. So yeah. I've been thinking about it and because I did have one, because I was running behind, but usually it would come like in January. So I was still at the very beginning. I hadn't heard that message yet. So I had one back then, and it came back fine and stuff. But yeah, I'm considering now if I'm gonna, like, I didn't have one this January. Haven't had one yet. I'm considering it. I'm thinking about it because it's just stressful. The whole experience is stressful.
Doesn't it damage breast tissue though?
I don't know. I haven't heard that it does. I mean, it might. I mean, for those of you guys are all younger than me. If you've never experienced a mammogram, it is not fun. It's quick. I'll say that. You go in, they do it. I've only had one person that I think was new. I was like, you do not know what you are doing. And that was not a fun experience. Yeah, they squish you very, very a lot. Like they put your breast between these two plates.
very, very a lot.
And they
jinx.
And it's like two metal plates, which are very cold. And they clamp them down. And then you have to stand there. So you're standing at a machine.
Ew.
And you get close to it. And you're like in a gown, Sorry, gentlemen. I know, Mike Shaw, too much lady talk. I'm sorry. This is Lioness.
I need a banner.
So yeah, lady talk. Yeah. Anyway, you get close to the machine and they go like at a couple different angles, but each time they take these two metal plates and they squish and it does not feel good. Okay. And then they make you, like, they tell you when you have to stop breathing. So you have to hold your breath while the machine does its thing. And then they go from a couple different angles. Yes, Mike, chick talk. I'm sorry. So that's what it's like. And so the whole, it is fast. Like the technicians that do it, most of them know what they're doing. They're very fast. They're very, but then this is my thoughts the whole time. They're not allowed to, this is my thoughts. Okay. They're not allowed to tell me anything. They probably could see stuff because they do this every single day. They look at these scans every single day, but like, they're not the doctor. I wonder if she sees something. I wonder if she's looking at that going, uh-oh, this lady has like a lump or whatever. That's my thoughts, like as this whole time. Right. And then you're waiting, for the results, and it takes however long it takes, whether it's going to be clear or whether you need to come back in for some other testing. So that whole time is just a stressful time because you're bringing it right to the forefront that, okay, is there going to be something this time? So yeah, it's not fun. So there you go, ladies. Now you can decide when you turn 40 if that's something you want to do.
Nope.
I think that damaging breast tissue can actually cause skin cancer, and that sounds like it's damaging breast tissue.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have to research further into that. It's just something that it's like recommended, right? It's like the standard test when you turn 40. If you didn't deny it, your doctor's going to send you, whether it's your, general physician or your OBGYN. My OBGYN is the one who sent me for the first time because it's just what you do, right? When you turn 40 and then your insurance pays for it and you go in there and there's all these signs about how these, these scans are like, saving lives and all this stuff. Your dog doesn't like chick talk either, right?
Oh, this is good
my
too.
husband came in and he barks when my husband comes in because he's like super protective of me.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's
I'm all red.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Thank you for the laugh. Yeah, mammograms sound like medieval torture devices. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, and Robin said something like, and then they plus they manhandle your boobs. And I was going to say like, my man doesn't handle them with like plates. So, just saying.
Hey.
Oh, geez.
That's so funny.
So, okay. Anyway, now that we've learned so much about
mammogram, who knew having an older lioness on the show would be so informative for you young folks?
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I did a thumbs up.
Yeah,
it's okay. He's protecting mama.
Yes.
Yeah. Dad does home.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Grace, I just wanted to ask one more question. You said that you were passionate about God. And so I was wondering, just from my own personal, like spiritual journey I've been through the past year, that's been kind of unique to me. I was just wondering if you're bettering your health, has in turn made you a more spiritual person or feel like you've become closer to God. Could you share with us that part of your life if you're comfortable?
Well, when it pertains to diet, I think it just made it clear that the Bible's true, because I mean, the Bible says if you're given too much honey, you're going to vomit it up. I mean, like, too much of sugar is clearly bad, and it says that. It talks about eating meat all throughout the Bible. And back then, well, I mean, they ate bread, but they didn't have any glyphosate on it. Like,
Yeah.
there was none of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely feel like God, led me to this diet, because I was praying, well, what do I do? Like, I'm itchy. Doctors would just give you more and more and more and more medicine and more creams that just have more chemicals in them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at least I like that you put that in there, because me personally, obviously this isn't a religious channel or anything like that, but I do think it's important to realize that whatever religion you are, or however you link whatever you link to spiritually, I think better health and better mindset and feeling good about yourself only draws you closer to that belief, and you're able to see things more clearly. At least that's been my experience. And so I really like that Grace put that in there, that she's passionate about God, because I'm kind of new to the Christianity world. And so I don't know the Bible very well. I actually didn't know that the Bible says that about honey. So I just learned something else. I'm a baby in this, but I always love to hear other people's input, especially when it comes to their spirituality.
Well, that's so nice. We all want to just find things that we can connect with each other with. And I agree. I think that when you eat carnivore, your mind becomes clearer, and what you truly want to do, it comes out in many different types of ways, whether you want to heal your body, or you're having something going on in your mind, or spiritually. I think all of those things are connected. And when you have your health in balance, you can actually do so much more. So I think that's great that you've found a better connection with that. I think I have too, but I'm also a baby Christian, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Same.
Even us older Christians don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's right. That's 100% right. We're all learning as we go. So, and yeah, but I feel like, I mean, I didn't specifically pray for any kind of healing because I didn't know I was sick. But now looking back, it's like, holy cow, I was just going downhill like everybody says you do. And I think I was on a path towards, dementia, like my dad. And it was just because it was not going well at all. And I feel like the mental clarity and the energy and all that I have now, I do now feel like it was a gift from God, because I didn't know I needed it. And here I am just now experiencing all these awesome, benefits. And so, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
No, I love that. I love that. That's so awesome.
Can we put this up? The Ark of Noah saved the steak, not the veggies.
True. That's true.
Lion steaks, and I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they say it's 2 by 2 of every animal, but it was only 2 by 2 of the unclean animals. It was 7 by 7 of the clean animals, because they had to eat them.
Yeah.
Fair.
So they eat 5 lions, I guess. 5 cow.
Sorry, lions of the chat. Lions were harmed in the making of this live stream.
Yeah. At least physically, not physically.
Your emotions, maybe.
Maybe the mammogram made you a little, I don't know, emotionally insecure. Well, should we do the meaty wheel?
Ooh, I have the meaty wheel ready. So I'm going to go ahead and present that to you guys. So Grace, this wheel is going to spin for you, and a random question. It will land on a random question that you can hopefully answer for us. So here is our wheel, and I'm going to spin it.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, here's the meaty question that we hunted down for you. Can you share any favorite recipes or meal ideas that you enjoy on your carnivore diet?
Yeah, tonight I made what I call meat waffles or meat pancakes. I just mix like 10 eggs and a pound or two of beef and some cheese and just put it in the pan to like fry up like little pancakes.
That sounds so good.
That sounds really good. Do they get crispy?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I just kind of like, I don't even make them look nice. I just like plop them in there because I'm in a hurry. I mean, if you do it with a waffle, they could get like more crispy, but then my husband's like, I don't want to clean all the raw meat off the waffle maker.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, make it easy.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to share with everyone your channel real quick and encourage everyone to go and subscribe to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So Grace is at Grace Lifts. So I'm gonna put that in the chat for everybody. Hold on 1 second. I'm not prepared.
Everyone go subscribe and check out her Etsy shop too. I'm gonna check that out.
She has tons of videos here on like how to make your own tallow. So if that was something that you're interested in, and also she has videos about updating us about how she's doing with all of the things that the benefits that she's had and the improvements that she's had on her lifestyle change so far. So please go subscribe to Grace Lives and Eats Meat.
Okay, guys, this has been awesome. This has been a really great show. Oh, thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Welcome in. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
this has been a fun one. Okay, so Grace, if you would like to join us in our countdown for our roar, that would be awesome. And you can make it as intense or as like sassy as you want. So everyone get those roars ready. Oh, thanks for all the subs to Grace.
Yeah,
you guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Oh, I love it. Okay, you guys, you ready? All right, put those in the chat so we can put them up. 3, 2, 1.
Meow,
I
meow,
always
meow.
love them, you guys. Thank you, Karen.
The cats don't show up when they're actually needed.
No, when they're needed.
What in the world? Where's Pixel too?
Yeah, she did. You might have missed it. She did a quick drive-by.
Oh,
that was like a half an hour ago. It was
There's
super quick. I went like that, and then she was gone.
We got a meow. Thank you for that.
Abeta.
Woo.
Get over here, Abeta.
Yes.
Oh, put the picture up.
Go, Ellie. Come on.
Oh, we got a kitty. Yay.
Come on, yeah.
Bruce.
She's so black you can't see her.
Oh,
Yeah,
my goodness.
black kitties are cute.
That's how I feel about my hair. You wear a black shirt.
It's blending into your shirt for sure, Ellie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Thanks, you guys. Those were awesome. Thanks for participating and helping grow our community by answering questions. It's all wonderful, and we love this community.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next Tuesday for another great episode. And I guess hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, good night, everyone.
Good night. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.